Sharon, voice of a moderate, health insurance. The rumor on the street is President Trump is going to deal with the Congress that he was given. You see, under three total Republican rule, House, Senate, and presidential, healthcare reform did not happen. There are still a majority of people in America, middle-class, hardworking people that can't afford health insurance. People between the ages of 50 and 64 in the state of Florida, about 30% don't have health insurance because the cost is so high. President Trump is into the art of the deal. The deal that seems to be on the table is if Rick Scott, who's now the anointed one, who's got health industry experience, if he can't come up with a solution to help ease the pain of the moderate voters, the voters that have struggled with Obamacare, are struggling today. You know, the people that are seeing their health care premiums and deductibles equal about 20 to 30% of their take-home pay. What President Trump is doing is he's allowing Rick Scott to come up with a solution. Now, if he can't come up with a solution, President Trump's not stupid, because you know what? He wants to win. And if he can get funding for his wall, he will agree to some sort of universal health insurance. Whether that be Medicaid after 50 to begin with. See, the problem is price gouging. These health insurance companies gouge. And we need to have preventative health care. We need to have a health care system for the basic needs of all the people that's affordable. Those people should be paying for their health care. But you can't have people that have maybe a cushy federal or city job that are paying like $30 a month for health insurance, and then people that make $60,000, $70,000 a year that don't qualify for Obamacare subsidies be paying $22,000 to $25,000 out of pocket, that's before tax income, for their health care needs. It's just not sustainable to that population. People are going into bankruptcy because they're getting a major illness because they cannot afford insurance. Your health insurance should not be more than your mortgage payment. Your health insurance should be maybe roughly 5 to 8% of your total take-home pay, okay? Also, if people have preventative care, they're not going to need those major surgeries. Okay, so we have to deal then with, you know, the people that have pre-existing conditions. Well, there's affordable ways to deal with that. But what's happening is that Rick Scott, very smart man, he might come up with a solution, okay? But if he can't, President Trump wants his wall. The Democrats, some of them, the logical ones, not the AOC types. Okay, the logical ones don't really get it. But you see, in politics, you have to compromise. And the grand compromise, the only way that there's hope for the wall and hope that a lot of people that are voters that vote for both political parties, the voters that go out to the polls that vote, the people that were voted for Trump because they were mad about the Obamacare and their health insurance skyrocketing, those people then saw the GOP do nothing. The GOP did nothing. They controlled the House, the Senate, and the presidency. Nothing happened. President Trump was given some options, but he realized that would not help the people that needed it. So he denied those options. And then he got stuck with the Mueller investigation. So now it was reached out to me that President Trump has got health care on his radar. Okay? And he wants the Republicans to solve it because he's a Republican. Okay? President Trump is a capitalist, free market Republican. But at the same time, he knows that the people of America need health insurance. And he's willing to compromise. He's willing to compromise because our national security is in need. We cannot have drugs cross that border. We cannot have people cross the border that we do not know who they are, okay? The threat is real. The immigration issue is real. We're having more jobs get automated. We do not need a lot of these low-level jobs. So we need, as a country, to have a barrier. That way people can apply legally to come into our country. We also need to have that the people that legally are into this country, they need to have access to preventative care. The Americans that have been here since birth for generations and generations, and I'm talking a lot about the Black community and the Hispanic community and the white community. Just saying I'm part of the white community, it's because I'm white. It does not make me anything more than white. That's how I describe myself. I describe myself as white. Actually, I'm kind of pink. But at the end of the day, no matter your color, you need insurance. And you talk to any Uber driver making over $50,000, $60,000 a year, they don't have health insurance. They don't have health insurance because they don't get Obamacare subsidies, which says that Obamacare was just created to keep people poverty level. It was to keep people making $30,000, $40,000 a year. What Obamacare did was it created a country where we had rich and we had poor. President Trump cares about the middle class. President Trump knows that you got to work hard in America to succeed, but you can't succeed if you're not healthy. People need insurance. President Trump is going to give Rick Scott the chance to fix the problem the Republicans did not solve for 2 years? But then he'll go across the aisle, talk to Tulsi Gabbard, talk to a couple of the other people that are willing to compromise. And the compromise, the grand compromise, is healthcare, a basic level. I'm not talking you would then get insurance to get, more and more and more. But, basic level care, generic drugs, basic level care. If you've got cancer, you're covered. We are a country that's the world's superpower. We need to protect the health of our citizens. At the same time, we can't have people sneaking across that border getting free health care when the people that are in the country already do not have access for it. My name is Sharon Bobat. I'm bringing up this new issue because it's going to be hot. Because Mueller, it's getting boring. Well, it could heat up again, but you know what? I'd rather keep the Mueller issue, and I think a lot of the Democrats, too, would like to keep it on the back burner. And I know the American people, they want to talk about health care. Thank you.